In today's video, we're going to be discussing all the ways RetentionX can help you increase your average order value. And the first way is through the free shipping threshold report. What we're doing in this report is we're taking a look at all of the orders that have been placed across your business, specifically over the last 6 months. And of all these order values, we're then identifying what the median is, so that middle order value, essentially what your customers are naturally willing to spend on the brand. Once we're identifying this, we jump one bucket over to the right, which is going to be our threshold proposal. So the idea is to understand what your customers are naturally willing to spend on the business and then give them just a bit of a push to spend a bit more than they normally would, not too much to where they would abandon the purchase completely or to where they wouldn't care for the incentive anymore, but just enough to where they'd still be willing to add a bit more to their cart to achieve the incentive, ultimately increasing their average order value. Even if you don't have a free shipping threshold set on your site, whether you have just shipping across the board or the opposite if you have free shipping for everyone, in these cases you can still utilize this report to understand cool thresholds for other types of promotions. Like for example, if you wanted to do a percentage off site-wide or for a specific collection, in order to achieve this they would have to spend X. And in order to understand what X is, the threshold proposal is a perfect way to determine this, ultimately increasing your average order value. In addition, what we could take a look at is the cross-selling report. So coming over here, we can take a look at this report. And what we're doing here is we're showing you which products are most often purchased alongside each other in the same order. We can also take a look at this based on a specified period of time that you choose in the top right-hand corner. But essentially, this is a perfect way to see what products are most often bought together. So what you can also do is you can filter the product combination column for a particular product you have in mind. Let's say, for example, we are running a style spotlight email on our sparkly purse here. What we can then do is just copy the product title, select product combination, paste the product title here, and then we can easily see everything that was most often purchased alongside our sparkly purse. So now we already know exactly what products would be perfect to show as upsell and cross-sell recommendations alongside this item. There's really tons of ways you can go about this report, but ultimately it's really great for creating product bundles, for knowing how to effectively cross-sell and upsell, even for optimizing site merchandising. This could be super relevant. But essentially it's all about showing relevant products to your customers so that hopefully they end up purchasing more than they would have previously. Next, what we can do is just come over to products and look at the product overview report. So here we are taking a look at all of the products associated with your Shopify order lines. And what we can actually do is scroll over and we can take a look at AOV. And that can be found right here. So in general, if you wanted to just get a general sense of what the AOV is for each of your products, you can easily do so. However, what we would actually recommend is first just coming over to the orders column. We'll sort this from high to low, the reason being we want to be sure we're looking at a substantial sample size here, and then taking a look at the AOV in relation to the amount of orders it's been contained in. So this way you can really see not only which products were included in the most orders across your store, but then also see the AOV that's associated with these products. So this could be a really good indicator if you are trying to work on your average order value, really which products you should be pushing, as we see if they are directly associated with high AOVs or not. All in all, these are 3 really cool ways that you can easily utilize RetentionX in order to optimize your average order value.